If you're someone who's looking to get more bookings in your photography business, then this video is for you. My name is Catherine Guidry, and I'm a New Orleans-based wedding photographer. I'm so excited to talk to you today about how to fill your booking calendar. If you're interested in learning how to price those inquiries once they do come in the door, be sure to visit my free pricing guide in the links below. All right, so let's dive in. If you feel like your emails aren't coming through with inquiries and you're not able to fill up your booking calendar, here are a few ways that you can get more bookings on the calendar. First and foremost is going to be that you want to have a physical presence in the area where you're most interested in photographing. So, for example, even if you're living outside of the city where you want to shoot, travel in. Be sure to be a part of the networking events so that people get to know who you are. They see your face, they recognize you, and they're a lot more likely to recommend you having met you in person. Having those genuine relationships and even just that physical presence builds trust, and trust is huge in terms of referrals for your business. Next is going to be adjusting and updating your portfolio. If you are someone who doesn't have a lot of work in your portfolio, it sounds like it's time for you to portfolio build. Maybe that means you're collaborating with other vendors. Maybe that means that you're setting up styled shoots. Whatever it is, you need to get yourself in a position where you're able to portfolio build. Some primary photographers may also allow you to use the photos that you're taking as a second photographer in your own portfolio. It really just depends on that primary photographer. But regardless of how you do it, you want to get more photos in your portfolio if you're not there yet. Maybe you're someone who's just been kind of busy, or maybe you have a second job and you haven't been able to really refine your portfolio, but you have images. Now is the time for you to really go in and curate your portfolio. I heard from my second-year architecture professor that the best that your portfolio is ever going to be is completely tied to the worst image inside of it. So when you're reviewing your portfolio online and in social media, make sure that every image is top-notch. If there's something that you have doubts about, don't post it. You don't have to share everything you've ever photographed. You want your online portfolio to be your absolute best work that brings people knocking on your door and ready to hire you as their photographer. The visuals on your website are as important as your images. Everything about your brand says something about you, how you dress, how you speak. If you're putting images on your portfolio and they're beautiful images, but the website itself isn't strong, I encourage you to spend a little time tweaking that as well. I personally use Showit as my platform, but I hired Krista and Davey a few years ago to build my custom site. So that's also an option. But regardless of how you go about it, and regardless of where your budget is, if it's a free website or it's a custom designed website, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you want your website to look beautiful and to be a strong reflection of those beautiful images inside of it. And the fourth thing that you want to do is refine your onboarding process. What do I mean by that? Everything from the original touch point, which might be social media or your website, all the way through when that client signs the dotted line, you want every single step of that to be really thorough, really easy, and very streamlined for the client. Anytime someone's making a decision and you present them with an obstacle or something that casts doubt, they begin to question that decision in the first place. So when a client decides they want to work with you, you want to make sure that that process is really straightforward and really streamlined so that they never have any questions about the fact that they want to work with you. I personally use a program called Dubsado for my client management. And if you use the code CatherineG, you can get 20% on sign up. Both Catherine G for Dubsado and Magic for Showit or affiliate codes, which means that if you do sign up, that does help to support me in providing you more value-based content, but I completely understand if you'd prefer not to do so. I did want to let you know that those are both affiliate codes. In regards to Dubsado, I have absolutely loved being a part of this program. I used to be part of another program for almost a decade. And of course, I was nervous to switch over to Dubsado because of all the work. But ultimately, I decided to do it because it's easy, their customer support is amazing, and it makes things like onboarding a no-brainer. When a client comes to my website and they fill out the contact form, I'm automatically able to put them, the Dubsado program puts the client into the back end of my client sites. So when I go into Dubsado, that client is already loaded in with all the information that they filled out on the contact form. From there, I can check availability. If I'm available, I can send out a request for a questionnaire, which is also built in Dubsado, or I can simply let them know that I'm not available. From there, I can schedule a meeting in Dubsado with them. We can hop on the phone or Zoom, and then we can decide whether or not they're going to move forward with the booking. You can build pricing in Dubsado. Truly, everything that you do in terms of the client, aside from delivering their images, because it's not an image hosting gallery, you can do that to manage your clients inside of Dubsado. By doing those 4 things, you can help set yourself up for success and help to get those bookings on your calendar. I realize that each of those 4 steps do take multiple steps within and a lot of work. So I encourage you to take things one day at a time, 1% at a time. And ultimately, the little bit that you do every day will begin to compound until you feel like all of your systems are in place. And when those clients come to your door, you are ready to accept them in and have them as your newest clients in your calendar. I hope you found this information helpful. We have a ton of free resources that you can check out in the links below. We also have a membership community where you can ask questions and you can connect with other photographers. So if you'd like to learn more about that, you can also find information about that in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you have a wonderful full calendar of bookings and that this information was helpful. If you have any questions at all, or if there's something that you'd like for me to chat about in a different video, please don't hesitate to comment. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy shooting. Bye.